Hello students, these are the 4 exercises from chapter number 33, section 4. Let's start with exercise number 137 on the speed of 60 words per minute. Be ready. Start. In this age, when we hear such unsympathetic remarks about the decadence of sport, it is very satisfactory to find so many Englishmen taking a fairly sympathetic interest in the university boat race, the premier English sporting event, and it is questionable whether any other event in the past times of the world touches so universally the great heart of the public in England and abroad. All classes of society take a very keen interest in the race before the day of the event, and it is this universality that unquestionably shows that the race is associated with nothing objectionable. The same cannot be said of some other forms of sport which contain the minimum of sport really, but the maximum of elements which are undesirable. An investigation would frequently prove the utter falsification of the meaning of the word sport. If the newspaper is an index of public interest, then surely all must acknowledge that the training of the two crews is a matter of interest to Englishmen throughout the universe. At this time, men discuss with knowledge the merits or demerits of various forms of diet, and with an intelligence which all intelligent people should accept as an acknowledgement of the extreme interest taken in the various doctrines advocated by food reformers. Next is exercise number 138 on the same speed, 60 words per minute. Be ready. Start. One who arbitrates is called an arbitrator, and there is a growing tendency to submit all disputes to arbitration by a third party. Such decision would frequently save the disputants from being arbitrary and harsh towards one another, whereinsoever amends may be made. It is thought by some that a universal language would foster the spirit of arbitration throughout the universe, but as yet the attempts made to formulate such a method of intercommunication have not been very satisfactory. There can be no doubt that telegraphic communications by telegram and wireless work for the cause of peace. The investigation by the Parliamentary Committee was universally acknowledged to be justified, and although the falsification of the reports was established, there were many unsympathetic remarks reflecting adversely on the supposed failings of members of the legislature by influential and uninfluential newspapers. All Englishmen, however, should be proud of the legislative bodies of England and should be sympathetic towards all endeavors to effect any intelligent progressive reforms. Next is exercise number 139 on the speed of 60 words per minute. Be ready. Start. The day of the university boat race is the first outdoor spring holiday, and though the weather may be unsatisfactory, the crowd on the river and towpath is an immense and motley one. Here we have the parliamentary hand, the insurance broker, the compiler of prospectuses and amalgamation schemes, the arbitrator engaged in arbitration cases, members of the legislature who have turned their backs on legislative matters for a short time, the administrator and the administratrix. There we have ladies in the height of fashion, full of enthusiasm for the success of their favorites. The mischievous errand boys with their baskets over their shoulders, whose mischief is excusable for once. Indeed, all sorts and conditions of influential and uninfluential persons, each of whom has probably decided his or her choice in a most arbitrary manner. The newspaper reporter is there with his pencil and book, jotting down any matters of moment in the characters which delight the hearts of all Pitmanites. The result of the race is sent by telegraphic communication, both telegram and cable, to all parts of the globe. Undoubtedly, people think more of the manner of winning than of the prize at stake, and thus the boat race exemplifies the saying of the most lovable of all Scotsmen, Robert Louis Stevenson, who wrote, "Our business in this world is not to succeed, but to continue to fail in good spirits." Here we have a splendid motto to remember in our everyday life and in our past times. Next is exercise number 140 on the speed of 60 words per minute. Be ready. Start. At a quarterly gathering of our scientific society, the university lecturer said an intelligible reason could be given for his theory of economics, but the universality of its acceptance by economists was not to be expected in our present state of knowledge. On a future occasion, he is to lecture on the subject of a minimum wage for workers. He is acknowledged to be a capable economist and a most excellent lecturer and writer on the subject, for which his name is famous. The prospectus which you forwarded yesterday in acknowledgement of mine of last Monday is unquestionably very unsatisfactory, howsoever it may be considered. The amalgamation of two such prodigious concerns is very undesirable, and the intelligence of prospective insurance insurers should warn them of the disadvantages of insuring under their tables. In our company, the minimum period for such a policy of insurance is 15 years, and it is questionable if you can secure better terms through any other English office. From the enclosed cutting, you will find that the administrator and administratrix whom you mention were punished for fraud in connection with the estate. So these are the 4 exercises from chapter number 33 section 4. अगर आप लोगों को कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछना हो, कोई भी डाउट हो, तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में कमेंट करके पूछ सकते हैं. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, थैंक यू.